It's like we got options, man, which is good sometimes because that can keep you flexible. It means, hey, if plan A don't work, let's try plan B. Plan B don't work, we'll try C. We'll adapt and modify our fucking tactics. We'll recalibrate. They're just like here, like showing up at to get some food at a drive-through. There's so many options there, man. And like some days I don't feel like being like all peevish and shit. It's just like I want something. I want to keep it simple, stupid. Other days it's like, look, I got a real what's the word I'm looking here for? Oh shit. It's all good, thanks. That girl kind of looks like Janet Jackson. Anyway, if you got too many options, sometimes that's bad because you can't make a fucking decision. And that's no good neither. So it's kind of like what you got to do is you survey all your options. Thank you, ma'am. And you take the best of those options and then you narrow and you focus on the ones that are the most feasible with the least, where you got to do least collateral damage, less damage control, less expenses, less stress. You know, but like that's the thing, man. You always got options. Sometimes the best laid plans can go off, and if you can't adapt, kind of like Rocky's, like everybody got a plan in a fight until you get hit, right? So if you instead of planning on dominating and this is what I'm gonna do and that's what I'm gonna do, you should probably almost plan to just start off your old technique off getting hit. So if you do get hit, you know what I'm saying, you can automatically, like a pre-programmed response, your kung fu will kick in automatically. You know what I'm saying, without you having to use a lot of brain power. That's the thing. If you're all up in your head worrying and thinking about shit, you're spending a lot of fucking energy. It's kind of like if you were sitting there with your car in neutral and you just had your foot on the gas like, yeah, until you either ran out of gas or worse, your engine blew up and all you was sitting there doing was just spinning your fucking wheels because that's at the moment you got frustrated, you couldn't make a decision, or you made the wrong decision. You were so fucking like, look, you were so fixated on that expectation that, hey, you fumbled the whole bag now. Now you're in the hole. You're not a richer person. You're all butthurt at the moment, so you're not wiser. You take a fall back, you start to be a kid, throw a fucking tantrum. And now the audience that's watching thinks, man, you're in no position to make any fucking decisions. That's true at that moment. When you're in that child-like mindset, where you just didn't get your way, trying to stomp your feet and shit, because us adults, we all do it. Sometimes. And you just got to catch yourself, because you got options. That's the thing. You catch yourself like, look, man, I'm in a bad mood. Every motherfucker I'm dealing with today is doing me the wrong way. Every fucking thing I'm doing today, it seems like, I'm getting fucked coming and going. I'm getting T-boned when I'm trying to cross at a red or a green light. Look, niggas sliding through the stop sign, tailgating in the back. You got options how you can respond to that. You can take that shit personal, and you can be mad at that person like, you fucking idiot, what's wrong with you? You're an N-word. Or something, right? What are you high? Like, look, start jumping to conclusions. Or you could see that, hey, it was neither of our fault. It's just we happened to be in the wrong places at the wrong time. It was nobody's fault. Shizzle happens. And you keep it moving instead of like harboring a grudge and resentment towards people that you're just scapegoating and blaming them for shit didn't go your way. Or, hey, sometimes it didn't go anybody's way. So, hey, we can, like adults, kind of be like, all right, we can disagree, or agree to disagree, or we can mutually come to a conclusion and an understanding, like adults and shit. Like, keep it moving. Don't get hung up. I don't need no bad karma. Like, kind of like two wrongs don't make a right. So that's why God says don't do that. Because look, if you go out there and try to revenge yourself, even if you're right and righteous about it, by the time you're done operating in that shit, now you catch karma for yourself and that person. Because if you know better than they are, both you lose, man. And that's not a win. You should strive for a win-win option, not a I win, everybody else loses, or we both lose. That shouldn't even be an alternative. That's what I'm saying. We got sometimes having too many options, not good. But being one-dimensional, small-minded, easily fixated, and one-track minded, and stubborn, hard-headed, unwilling to learn, really ignorant. These are all options that we got. Hey, sometimes it's like, dude, you can't keep whipping on dead horses, and you can't drag everybody along and make them see what you see. That's why sometimes it's best not stop talking to niggas. Stop, look. Stop trying to teach them and tell them how to live. Just do what you do and show them through inspiration by your good character. Your fucking, look, when they see you under fire, trial by fire, under pressure, and they see you do the right thing. If a nigga doesn't have the strength to do that, they ain't gonna see you and be like, man, dude, man, God bless that motherfucker. I'm glad they're strong like that. Some people will get intimidated. They'll be like, oh, you think you're better than us? Right? Not everybody's gonna be happy for you because you chose the right thing. There's a couple things you could all do, and they'd be the right thing. But we should strive for. Our options should be we do the righteous thing. We ain't just trying to be right. If it ain't righteous, it ain't right anyway. So, like, look, just because you're right, don't mean you're righteous. These are all options, man. Too many options. You gotta find out the options that are good. Focus on them. But, hey, keep an open mind. And keep your head on a swivel. Like, look. Sometimes we can walk and chew bubblegum. Sometimes, though, you can't walk and chew bubblegum. Like, if you got too many irons in the fire, it's too hard to manage all these different moving components, man. So, like, look, sometimes you gotta recruit in help on the side. You know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes, man, keep it simple, stupid. But then again, I know, hey, there's a lot of nuance and variation out here. Life's ironic, the irony of life. Stay flexible. But at the same time, figure your shit out. And focus on it. Also, it's kind of like this. Focus on the things that you can do. Be aware of things like, I could do this if I had this. But if you only think like that, you'll be able to do it in your head. And you're right, you can, but you won't be able to manifest that shit through the hard work that it takes. All the yellow tape, so to speak. So, you gotta be through experience, because I had the A, B, and C, and D, and I've been through all these in the same fucking scenario. I can better plan and forecast what's gonna happen. Right? So, that's what I'm saying, man. Options, man. It's complicated, but it's also simple, stupid at the same time. Not all options are good. Sometimes we should kind of cut off certain options. Kind of like you can choose Coke or Pepsi. I'm gonna opt out. I'm gonna take the opt out option right now and trap so I can finish this food.